You know the things that exist in that country, in that place, in that time? You know, like in October, in that watermelon, plus affidavit, plus 5. In the middle of October, plus June. See where I'm going with this? No, you'll catch on. You'll catch on. First day of work, you'll catch on. This is where I watch the birdies rape each other, and the cats watch the birdies rape each other. Very, very interesting. It's like Animal Planet, but unrated. Yeah. Like that one time with my cat. Yeah, my cat that exists on in another leap year. Yeah, you know, it didn't want to pay its rent, so I kicked it. And its ego, because if I said I kicked it, I'd get some pretty bad hate flowing up from people and such. Tra-la-la, pip-pip cheerio, and a half on Wednesday in the middle of October. Plus a stage in Venezuela. Yeah, well, anyways, back to the story. Back to the plot of my life. Well, my cat didn't want to pay his rent, so basically, you know, I'm like, dude, pay your rent. And he's like, no, I'm not going to pay my rent. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm not going to pay my rent because you're a nerd. And I'm like, no, I'm not a nerd. I'm only half a nerd, and it's only on Tuesdays. And he's like, well, then, you pay my rent. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay your rent because I don't have rent money. He's like, and he gives me the money, and I'm like, you know what? Pay your rent. And I'm like, and he's like, well, you have money. I'm like, well, no, I don't. This is mine. This is going straight into my wallet for my Taco Capri Sun budget. And he's like, no, you're not going to jack me like that, Holmes. And I'm like, Holmes? You're not Mexican and a half. You're Australian. You only get to say A, just like your mom and a half. And you know, then he's like, oh, it's on now. And I'm like, no, it's not on. It's off. And it's off around, up the ceiling, and on the ground. And he's like, well, if that made sense, then I'm a watermelon. And I'm like, and you're a kumquat. And he's like, no, I'm not a kumquat. I'm like, well then, I guess half of America's lying to me, because you're a kumquat. And you're also a duck. Ducks like to eat fetus juice. They marketed fetus juice? Whoever would market fetus juice would be like rich, you know, rich, because they'd be like smoking stuff, and then they'd explode, and all their germs would get all over the place, and then they'd have to invent a cure for cancer, and then you know, they'd just be rich, you know, they'd just have a cure for like money, and they'd get rich, they'd be rich, they would be filthy, stinking. And they would also be rich, because their shower's broken. Yes, and rich people don't have working showers. It's like a law of nature. It's like a law of like RuneScape. It's just gonna happen. It's just there. It's there for your own protection. Unless you're an Australian, then you live by your own rules, which are usually wrong. Yeah. They're usually wrong. That would be kind of cool. Sun in the sky. That would be kind of cool. There's a car out there. Do you see that car? Do you see the car? Do you see it? Yeah. It's kind of giving me the look. I'm kind of intimidated and turned on at the same time. Which car am I talking about? They all look the same, except for the ones that don't. Huh. Now, back to the weather with some guy named Bill. That'd be a weird name to have, Bill. Billy Bob McPhilly Dilly, potatoes and cheese in the country, cross country, and potatoes. How many times have I said potatoes in my life? Like 6, 7 and a half? Nah, that can't be right. That's way too high. It's It's way too high, low, and on the wall. Such. Smoke alarm. Yeah, my apartment number C4. I don't think it's going to help in case of a fire, you know. I'm just going to explode. That's how it's going to go. We don't even need fire alarms in this one. It's just going to explode when there's a fire. That's it. That's how it's going to work out. This is what I use to grow small babies. They don't like it, but after a while, they just sit there and accept it. Yeah, they accept it. They accept it because that's the way of life. Beef ravioli. Beefaroni. Cocktail sauce. Emphasis on cock and tail, and you have a cock on your... Reverse that, you have a tail on your cock. You have a cock on your tail. Well, I don't think either of those should be there. You should have a cock, but it should not be on your tail. Unless you're a girl. Then I'm sorry for offending you. Oh my gosh, you want to go get your nails done? There. There's your comical bit if you're a girl. There, now don't sue me. Or step on my kumquats. And I'm not talking about those kumquats. You guys are disgusting. You guys are disgusting and a half. I wish my name was Zimbabwe. That would be so awesome. Jimbabwe, Zimbabwe. Sorry. I choked on my equilibrium. What's up? Dance party in the bathroom. No. Don't even go there. Okay, go there, but stay there until Tuesday and then run. Got it. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop. Crap. I mean, the things that I hate about you. There's too much. Go away. Okay, bye-bye.